Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in a super grateful position right now. I've helped hundreds of women build a body and lifestyle where they no longer have to diet. And most of them have tried multiple diets in the past, did everything under the sun, and as a result of failing over and over, the only option left for them was to quit. And this problem is more common than you expect. Stats show that 90% of people quit the gym within the first 3 months. And if you were once in the 90%, don't you worry, I got a solution for you. After being in the fitness industry for 6 years and after directing the top training department in the most reputable gym chain in North America, I had the privilege to work with thousands of individuals and really understand what are the mistakes and what are the struggles that keeps them stuck. So in this video, I'll give you the top 5 actionable principles that we implement for our clients in order to guarantee success. And not only that, I'll give you the top strategies that we put in place in order for them to avoid burnout and prevent them from getting stuck. Number 1 being the refuel phase. When you're in a calorie deficit, also called consuming fewer calories in order for you to lose weight for a prolonged period of time, your body starts adapting to the calories you're consuming and later slows down your metabolism. And dieting is a stressor for your body. So the more you're in a deficit, it can disrupt your hormones and make fat loss harder than ever. For example, increase in cortisol levels and decrease in active thyroid levels. And as a result, you'll feel tired super quick and your performance in the gym might start to decline. A hormone called ghrelin is going to increase, and as a result, it will be super hard for you to stick to the calories since you'll be hangry 24/7. And most importantly, this can affect your insulin sensitivity, and that can make it harder and harder for you to keep losing fat. Apart from the physiological aspects, if you're in a deficit for too long and at the same time, if you're eliminating some of your favorite foods in order for you to lose weight faster, which you're not supposed to, you will feel the deadly cravings where all you can think about is maybe a full sleeve of Oreos or a pint of ice cream. And you exactly know what happens after that. But just know that it is because the more you restrict, the more you crave. And the more you crave, the more you binge. In order to avoid all these consequences and to save yourself from burning out, for every 10% of weight you lose, bring your calories back up at least by 200 to 300 calories and give your body a little time to recover. This will help your body regain homeostasis and function like how we did before, giving you more bandwidth to get back on a deficit and keep losing weight without getting stuck. The second one is super similar to refuel phase. Just like you took a break and adjusted your calories, we are going to do the same thing to your training protocols, and that is what we call the performance reset. Ideally, you can take a refuel phase and do a performance reset at the same time for 3 to 4 weeks. Now, in order for you to do a performance reset, make sure you're lowering the intensity of your exercises. And to make it even simple, you can either lower your volume, reduce the number of reps you do in the gym, reduce the number of sets, reduce the number of workouts you're doing in the gym, and so much more. By doing this, you can prevent yourself from overtraining, and not only that, you can decrease the chance of injuries and make sure you're performing at the same level how you did before, or even perform at a higher level. Now for the third one, let me actually walk you through the biggest reason why most people burn out so quickly and stop working out. Is it really the training or is it really the nutrition? But I would say it's because of having high expectations. When you get started, you have this big goal that you set for yourself where you want to lose 20 pounds, get in shape, reduce your belly fat, get strong and toned, and much more along these lines. And this might hurt your feelings, but it's my duty as a coach to let you know the real truth. Regardless of your big goal, it's going to take way longer than you think. And if you're not willing to be uncomfortable and do the work necessary without seeing any massive changes for a prolonged period of time, you're more likely to fall off and less likely to achieve the body of your dreams. And this will be just another failed diets on your list. Most importantly, if you're here to get some 90-day shortcut to the body of your dreams, I honestly don't know what you're even doing here. This is not the page for you. I have nothing here that's going to get you quick results, because it's all about finding what works for you and making behavior modification and changing those behaviors that got you into the situation. And that takes work, and that takes consistency, and that requires more time than you think. But on the other side, that's where you achieve the transformation that lasts a lifetime and be the person who you always want to be. Your dream body is always on the other side of the work which you're avoiding, and it's a race without a finish line. So for God's sake, nail this into your head and stop putting timelines for your transformations and have fun while doing it. For a fact, I know you won't be satisfied with just that. So let me give you something tactical. When you get started, if you're not really getting the motivation to keep going without seeing any progress, that's where you need to break that one big goal into a smaller chunk of habits. For example, if you want to lose 20 pounds and gain muscle after that, separate this goal into two different segments. One for losing 20 pounds and the other one to gain muscle. In both of these segments, set mini milestones, and it can be as simple as every 5 pounds you lose, every inch off your waist, or anything you're comfortable with. And whenever you hit that goal, acknowledge it and celebrate the hell out of yourself for doing the work necessary for you to hit that milestone. Psychologically, if you're focused on that one big goal, you would never feel like you're progressing until you hit that big number. By celebrating your milestones and the small wins, that's a way for you to reassure yourself that you're on the right track and you're more likely to stick with it and eventually get to the body of your dreams. And as a bonus, you will love the process. Man, it won't feel like your next full-time job. And the fourth strategy on the list is flexible dieting. Suppose if you want to lose weight, there are only 3 ways to be in a calorie deficit. Number 1, calorie tracking, also known as macro tracking. And that is the way you can eat whatever you want, whenever you want, but still watching your calories and staying under your daily calorie limit. That's the easiest and predictable way of losing weight because you can eat whatever you want and at the same time have a control over your calorie intake. The second one on the list, food restrictions, also known as calorie restrictions, by avoiding certain foods. For example, avoiding sugar and carbs in order for you to lose weight. And if you are trying that at the moment, the only question I have for you is that, are you willing to avoid those foods for the rest of your life? And if the answer is no, why are you even trying it in the first place? And how are you even planning to keep the results when you reintroduce the food that you avoided in the first place? The third one on the list, time restricted eating, also known as fasting. That's where you reduce the amount of calories you consume by eating only in a specific eating window. Now, talking about fasting, if it works for you, sure, go for it. But from my personal experience and from the clients who have tried that in the past, hate to tell you that that's not going to end up well. Ask yourself the same question again. Can you do this for the rest of your life where you're starving every single day until the clock hits 2 so you can eat some real food? And if the answer is yes, sure, go for it. Personally, I love having the freedom to eat whatever I want, whenever I want, and still get into the best shape I've ever been, and that is only possible with flexible diet. While taking a flexible approach, more than anything else, you can finally heal your toxic relationship with food, and you don't have to label food as good and bad because you understand it's all about nutrient quality. Especially if you have an eating disorder or have a high tendency of emotional eating, this can be a game changer for you. Because even if you end up slipping and smash the whole sleeve of Oreos, you can still stay within your calorie limits if you know what you're doing. And finally, you can put a full stop to that anxiety of losing your progress. Last but not least, it's not about what everyone else is doing. It's about what you can do. From all my past consultations, most of this burnout happens when women try to put all these puzzles together and end up realizing it's not that easy as they thought. And as a result, they end up taking a shortcut by following a random Instagram influencer workout or something from YouTube, expecting a specific outcome. In other words, it's like getting on a random train and expecting to reach your destination. If this method actually worked, there won't be a 90% failure rate in the gym within the first 3 months, or let alone, you won't be here watching this video looking for a permanent solution. For a busy mom who's working a full-time job and at the same time taking care of her kids, it wouldn't be ideal for her to stick to a routine that demands her to go to the gym at least 5 to 6 days a week. It's also not ideal for a busy professional who's working 12-hour days, committing to a plan that requires to cook 3 to 4 times a day. You already have enough on your plate, and the last thing you want to do is commit to something that feels like your next full-time job. So stop trying everything you see on social media and hear what I'm about to say. There's no magic training or nutrition plan that's going to promise you results, and the only one that truly guarantee the results are the one that's tailored to your goals and lifestyle. Period. Since I've seen this bleeding problem over and over again in the industry, and that is also one of the reasons why I decided to resign my training director role and focused on finding a real solution. All my trainers under me were spread thin because all they had was that 30 minutes to an hour with the client inside the gym, and while deep inside we knew that it's not about what they did on that 1 hour that gives them a jaw-dropping transformation. It is about what they did in the rest 23 hours. Also means what they did outside the gym. That's what I wanted to create, and that's what we are created. Inside Dynamics, we take out all the confusions and all the thinking off their plate and do 90% of the planning for them. So all they have left is to follow the plan and make that transformation a reality. Because it doesn't matter even if you have a trainer inside the gym just counting your reps. If you don't learn how to do the things outside the gym, and at the same time, if you don't focus on changing the behavior that got you into the situation, you would never be able to create a transformation that lasts a lifetime. And in case if you want help or want us to customize everything for you, go below this video, or let's not even go there. You exactly know where to find us. Ask for advice for the people who are living the life you want or have the physique you want, or even the people with the proven track record. Don't blindly follow what's trending on social media, and if you want to do it by yourself, think about what they are doing and how you can duplicate the main aspects according to your goal and your lifestyle.